Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to BUCH Cast. I'm not alone today. I have a kind of guest, good personal friend, business partner of mine. We're gonna be doing a more of a interview style format today. He's very passionate about a certain topic, so I'm not, and I don't know much about it. So I'll be asking him. His name is Boris. You guys may have seen him a couple times.
May have seen me out here.
That topic today is going to be crypto, metaverse, all the virtual reality stuff that seems like kids enjoy, and Boris as well. So, let's get started, I guess. First question for you, Boris. Why crypto? What intrigues you about crypto? What makes you passionate about that whole space?
Truthfully, I don't. Truthfully, there's a lot of things that made me passionate about crypto. But like once I got started educating myself about the whole thing and the whole blockchain technology and like all the utilities of it, I kind of got like swallowed into this like wormhole of constant like education and like constant like trying to get myself better and like knowing all this stuff and like, dude, I realized like it's the future. Like I slowly started realizing like the central bank like does more harm than good for the basic person, and like I was like, dude, there's got to be a better way. And like the thought of having a decentralized currency where there's no middleman as a bank, where they take $25 to wire something, or take 3 days to process a check, or this and this and this. As a middleman, like every middleman gets cut out, and in any industry. So we see that, and I'm an opportunist. So I was like, dude, this is going to be the biggest opportunity of the decade.
What got you into crypto?
So I was kind of playing around with it, and I was kind of like, I was just looking at it, and then like I was looking at meme coins and stuff like that, and then I was just like looking at all the utilities of it, and I was just like, dude, how does like a meme coin like Dogecoin or like Shiba, whatever, have like a multi-billion-dollar market cap? Like it kind of like blew my mind, because I was into stocks previously, and like market cap's one of the biggest indicators of how a company's going to perform, or like what kind of revenue they're doing, and like where they are on that whole chart. And when I started looking at it, I'm like, there's so much money going into this whole thing called crypto, and I'm like there's tens of billions of dollars just like flowing into it, and I'm like, this is so interesting. Like there's so much potential. And obviously I follow like what other people are doing and what other like trends are taking off, and I see like a lot of millionaires and a lot of like bigger people putting some of their earnings into it, and I'm just like, I don't know, man. It's so intriguing. Like it's just interesting.
What percent of people that are in the crypto space actually utilize crypto in their lives versus invest in crypto just to get a return on their money?
So the majority of people just invest in crypto to get a return on their money. So in the U.S. currently, there is only a 6% of the population that utilizes crypto. So if you think about it, like hardly anyone uses crypto, and they just don't have the accessibility currently for it. So they have like Bitcoin Pay and Crypto Pay and stuff like that. I'm starting to see it in some gas stations, some like car washes, a few different places, but they just don't have the capability of like just straight up pay with your phone right off the bat. So people are now seeing it as like an investment platform until it's a currency that is used all around.
Do you see a danger in investing in a product that other people are investing in just to invest in, that doesn't really have any real world applications for the majority of people?
I do. I mean, I do. But like, as an investor standpoint, you look at where all the people are putting in money. So like you could track where all the crypto whales and all the whales are just putting in their money and dumping it and selling off and what all they're doing. So like you could track all this stuff just like in the stock market. So like, dude, the thing is what I like about crypto is the market's open 24 hours. And like I said, I was previously into stocks, but the crypto market's open 24 hours in a day, and there's no like BS like there is in the stock market. So like the stock market, what I didn't really like about the stock market is like, dude, from the hours of 4:30 to 10 p.m., all the institutions have a say in what they do and can place big holds and big trades and big options and all these different things. And like, dude, like all the little people, kind of like the 9 to 5, whatever, like everyone like trading like 9 to 5 or whatever, like, dude, you have such a disadvantage, and you're just getting played left and right, and like I think that's why crypto's so cool, because
So there's
bank.
no off hours for investing in crypto.
Nope. So there's no off hours. There's no off hours, and there's no like market manipulation in a sense, where a huge industry can go in and pour out millions and millions and millions of dollars into a call, and then make their money within a couple of days, and then just close it off and sell and crash that whole stock. You
That
know?
happens. That happens in crypto all the time. What do you mean?
I mean, it does.
There's meme coins. There's
I mean,
like
that's
all these pump and dump schemes.
Yeah,
People
but
will
that's-
just
it's not-
promote this coin and then just pull the rug from all those.
But that's investors in general. So that's like all these investors getting into the thing and all communicating in Discords and Twitter, and all of them communicating together. It's not one large bank and versus like everyone else. It's not like these top institutions versus like all the little people. So like in crypto, there's the thing about that is when people go and do a dump of money, everyone can be involved in that. It's not just these like institutions. It's not these big whales. It's not just like, dude, that stuff is everywhere. You know, like all that info for it, like they talk about it everywhere. So you look at like Discords, you look at like all the indicators on all these different things, and all these people, like everyone has a chance, like, the same chance to sell off or buy in what they're buying. So it's like,
What do you think it would take for crypto to become mainstream?
so mainstream. That's tough because
For the majority of the population to accept it.
So that's tough because that means that they're gonna have to get past the central bank and be the actual reserve currency, and like I can't see it happening in the next couple of years where the central bank just evaporates, because they have, I mean, dude, it's
Is there a way for both to
work together. So I mean, like, dude, you see them trying to evolve into that already. Like you see the coins like USDC, which is valued at $1, and so it's not volatile. They're trying to already get into the whole electronic crypto, just electronic currency game. They're already trying to get into it. So they're trying to adapt with that wave. So I could see them trying to have their own currency and trying to have, like, I could see, truth be told, dude, I could see like Chase or like JP Morgan or whatever, all of it together having like its own currency in a sense, or its own coin in a sense, and then another like a huge corporation having its own thing. But like I don't know how they're gonna adapt to it. Like everyone sees the value of a decentralized exchange. It's quick, it's quicker, it's instant, it's it's instant, it's safe because everything's recorded on the blockchain, and there's no high fees.
What are the biggest hurdles to Bitcoin or some other crypto becoming the currency that we use?
Well, as you know, the government and the banks want all the control and power, as they always have. So you see that they're not going to try to give up that control. Like it's such a pain for crypto to try to adapt and become like a regulated currency. Like, so the only currency right now that's doing that is XRP, Ripple. So you can see that, and they're going through all these lawsuits, all these different things, dealing with all of this BS to try to get a regulated currency. And I do believe it'll be the first one to go through that. So we'll have like a lot more indicators of like what's to come with all that. But like, dude, they're not trying to allow the people to have that power. They're not trying to allow the people to have like a decentralized exchange where everyone holds a piece of the pie.
I don't know much about this, but like, what goes to say that crypto wallets don't take the role of like a bank?
Well, wallets are decentralized. Wallets,
because I mean, we were on Coinbase the other day, right?
Well,
they have like delayed verification,
that's not,
transfer fees, all this stuff.
So those aren't necessarily a decentralized wallet. So that's the thing though. Like if I have a wallet, say in MetaMask or in whatever else, or I have a cold like storage wallet. I got one at home just now, and like, dude, I could send money from there to somewhere else instantly. Coinbase it's an exchange. Coinbase is like KuCoin or whatever else, or like Robinhood in a sense, where they can like, it's scary keeping your money on there because like a company can come. And like if the U.S. is like, yo, like we have to regulate all this stuff, they'll put a hold on all your money and on all the accounts. So that's
Yeah, I've heard about that. I know this
Yeah.
like political figure has been banned from everywhere, pretty
Yeah.
much all banking services, and like he relies on crypto.
Yeah.
But even Coinbase banned him
Yeah.
from using it.
So-
So it's like,
So that's what happened, and as soon as that happened, people realized like, yo, this is not a decentralized exchange. This is controlled by them, and
Do you think it should stay the Wild Wild West, or do you think there should be some kind of regulation or some kind of
In the crypto market?
overwatch, in crypto market, or do you think anybody should be able to do anything? Because the reason the government regulates things, one way of thinking about it is because they want to make sure people are paying taxes on their income, or making sure people aren't buying things that are illegal, or making sure the people that child support, pay child support, that kind of stuff. Whereas if you make it all crypto and nobody knows anything about what anyone's doing,
well,
it becomes hard to regulate things.
Yeah, no, I understand. But I mean, wallets are, so every transaction is recorded in the blockchain. So that's one thing that's a proof of stake and a proof of concept right there. But dude, I don't know. Like I think that I think that it being the wild wild west is what truly needs to happen in a sense, because like, dude, like we're stuck with this fiat currencies, and fiat currencies are like, it's the only way we know how, and it's the only way we've been taught, like, hey, the US dollar, this and this and this. But like what happens when America goes and we go through like a pandemic or such, like we've gone in the last year or two, and then go and print 40% of the money supply within a year? Like, who truly pays for that? Because that, I mean, straight up inflation goes up through the roof, interest rates go up through the roof, all these different factors that they're not dealing with, but the regular day people.
So who determines the value of Bitcoin or Ethereum or any other of these coins? How do they determine what their value is, and why is it so volatile?
So first let's talk about the value. Well, the value is determined. So the cool thing about a few of these coins is not each coin has a maximum supply. So a few of these coins are different uses. Like Ethereum it doesn't have a maximum supply, but Bitcoin, people are seeing as like, yo, this is like the key to get out of the whole central bank thing, because like there's only 10% of Bitcoin to be left to be mined, and it's a supply and demand sort of thing. So as the supply gets less, the demand is more, the price goes up. And one of the cool things is, like, if the US dollar had that same exact thing where they couldn't print a crap ton more and we were stuck with the same amount of dollar, inflation wouldn't be through the roof. Like the value would be dollar. The value.
So why is the
dollar
value
would be
so
valued more.
volatile of crypto?
So what happens with crypto is a lot of people, it's fear of missing out for one, and a lot of people panic sell. So like, dude, this is a whole new thing. I mean, it's been around. Okay, it's not a new thing, but a lot of people are getting into it now that they have exchanges, and it's very easy to invest in crypto. But a lot of people are rookies, man. Like, you see it, you're like, hey, like Bitcoin went down 10%, I'm selling off, or Bitcoin it's crashing. Like, dude, the volatility is insane. And then the second reason the volatility is insane is a lot of people use margin. So a lot of these institutions and a lot of these big people use margin. And what margin is, it gives you access to all this cash that you don't have. You don't have this, but they give it to you because you can leverage your portfolio on that and use the margin. And then the thing that happens with margin is, if your portfolio hits a certain amount where they have to make a margin call, they automatically sell off. So what happens is, when they make a margin call and crypto goes down a bit, and because it is volatile, so if it goes down a bit, people sell off, and then all these margin calls will start selling off. So you see it every single time. There's like this domino effect of like these big holders just going down, 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 and like the whole price just comes down. And so it's kind of a domino effect in that sense, because there's a lot of money that is not even like their own money being pumped into it as well. So comes with
do you consider yourself more experienced in crypto than the average investor?
In the crypto space?
Yes.
I mean, I'd say I'm a little experienced, but like I don't know. Like,
what kind of return do you think you can safely get in crypto?
I don't know, man.
Yourself. Annually. So, dude, there's so many different things you could do with crypto. So I'm like spending a couple hours a day studying up on this stuff. But the amount of returns you can make with crypto, so there's different things you could do. You could stake your crypto. You could
do these 3x long runs, and you can do all these different things. So like my goal is to double it every 6 months. So like my goal at least is to double the portfolio.
So that's a lot higher returns than the stock market.
Oh, absolutely. Which is
So
10%
if I gave you
annually.
$100 today, you could give me 400 at the end of the year.
I'll take that deal with you any day.
Interesting. And then what do you think that those kind of returns are gonna be realized year over year, or do you think it's just
So
for now?
you see the market cycles. There's bull and dude, it's bull and bear markets right now. So if you study it statistically right now, it's about 8 to 10 weeks cycles. So we had that big drop off around Thanksgiving time. So it's almost that 8-week mark. And now crypto's starting to get bullish again. A lot of these people are starting to get back in. So we go through these little cycles that like we hit different levels of supports and then we go up again. And then we hit different levels of support and then we go up again. So like this time we hit 67 or whatever, and that's a whole different resistance. And then we hit a new support of 41. So like, or 40, sorry. It won't go below that 40, because if it goes below support, then it's like a wrecking ball. Like who knows what will happen? But every single time it's respected that support. So every time that it crashes, it develops a new support, and it won't go below that. So we're starting to see that more and more.
Is there a way to short crypto?
There is. I don't.
How can you be so confident in those returns if, like, for instance, the market itself has so many technical analysis, right? Like,
Yeah.
they have so many indicators. There's, like I say, technical analysis. There's fundamentals. There's none of that in crypto. There's no proven track record in crypto because it's so new. So how do you track your progress? How can you make such confident projections on your investments?
So, dude, I'm with you.
Without giving too much away on your
yeah.
strategy, but
Yeah, no, for sure. So, dude, I think that a lot of people promise a lot of unrealistic returns, and there's a lot of like fraud going on, and there's a lot of like BS going on with all that stuff, and there's a lot of coins that will literally go to zero. So like, if anything under like $1 million market cap, like most likely will go to zero. In the next couple of years. And then even the top 100, like I'm sure that the bottom 50, a lot of them will not make it out. So, dude, the returns wise, like you got to follow what's going on in the markets. So you got to follow what utilities these coins have, because we're not looking at coins. We're not just looking at some like electronic coins. We're looking at the utility it has for the future. So like a lot of these, like Solana, like one of the coins I'm investing in now. It has like this blockchain technology that is so much cheaper to mint than an Ethereum blockchain. So it has like all these different like capabilities of smart contracts and all these different things that you could build off of it for a much lower gas fees and much lower price. So like I truthfully just track what these big people are doing. These big developers, these huge people that like they came in the game, even the creator of Cardano and stuff like that. They came into the game and know exactly what they're talking about and see what projects they're working on, because
Do you think
those are followed by hype.
Possible that the government or the powers that be are going to utilize crypto for the metaverse, and things are going to be where people can where people spend the majority of their time in the virtual world, in the metaverse, and do their crypto stuff in there, while real currency and fiat currency and all that stuff happens in the real world?
Dude, the metaverse thing kind of scares me, man. I think that there's a lot of people in this world that would rather sit in front of a screen and be in a fake world and have their like ideal body or ideal financial status, ideal like life on there, on a computer screen, where it's like they have a six-pack on there and they're wealthy in their mansion and stuff like that, but they're realistically like in their like, I don't know, in some like closet on a phone or on a computer, just like unhealthy and just like not taking care of themselves because they're like trying to thrive in this metaverse world. And I think that the government will push that. I think the government and like the bigger like people will try to push that whole thing. I might be a conspiracy theorist, man, but like I feel like a lot of these people will try. I feel like the government like takes a place in like providing like a lot of money for like all the people that don't want to work and all that stuff. And I think that those people will get pushed into this false reality. where they can stay employed and just like sit down, be in their house, and not do a single thing, and like not contribute to society whatsoever. And that kind of scares me, man. Like it kind of scares me because I think there's a bigger picture or a bigger play for it. And I don't think the metaverse is a good thing, to truth be told, but I think that's going to happen regardless whether I like it or not. So I might as well find a way to capitalize on it.
Here's a conspiracy. One world government, globalization, one currency.
Yeah.
Crypto. No?
Dude,
I don't know.
that'd be cool.
I don't know, but
no, I mean, dude.
cool. No, that's like
I'm kidding.
end of the world stuff right there.
I know. This world is ending in a couple years after that.
Yeah.
No, man, I don't know. But dude, there's so much to it. I don't know. There's so much to it. It's all fairly new. But like the way I look at the whole crypto and blockchain technology and all that stuff is like, and dude, watch. I'm gonna play this video in like 10 years and be like, yo, I told you guys. I'm telling you. I promise that now. But watch, like
Hopefully my portfolio is 100x by then.
where it sits right now is like where the internet started. When the internet started, and before the internet crashed. So what I see happening is a lot of money being pumped into this crypto markets, a lot of meme coins, a lot of stupid NFTs, a lot of like BS going on. And then I think that there will be a huge crypto crash, and it has to. Like I think there will be like a big crypto reset, just like the internet reset. So, but after that, I think that's where like the real people and the real coins will like actually thrive and go through it, and survive it. But dude, it's I truthfully believe that will be based off of cryptocurrencies in the future.
But don't you think NFTs are tied in with the metaverse, and because of that, so is crypto? Like,
Well,
what's the real world reason or value for buying a NFT? Right, it provides no real world value.
Yeah.
It's only has value in the metaverse, right? So if that's connected that way, and NFTs are connected to crypto, isn't crypto also connected?
What
with
value
metaverse?
does art provide? Like
Well, yeah,
the
that's
Mona
what I was
Lisa,
gonna say.
what value does that
Yeah,
have?
but it's actually a
It's-
physical.
No,
thing
but that doesn't matter.
that-
It's a status that you have. Like, yo, I own the Mona Lisa. That's all it is. It's the same exact thing.
No, I don't think it's a status.
I do. I think the same thing. Yeah.
Proof.
So,
Proof.
Okay.
Who owns?
So the,
Yuri, Mike, a little bit further.
one cool thing about art is all the tax write-offs and all the different things you could do with the art. But dude, there's similar things that's going on in the crypto world right now. So people own like a Bored Apes Yacht Club NFT, and with that one NFT, they're allowed to go to like mansion parties and like go to yachts and like network with like these high-end individuals, and they're all like starting business together, they're all starting their own collections together, all these different things. So there is a utility that comes with it, in some cases, but.
Yeah, but that's like super rare though. Like that's not how it is for the most part.
But that's just the beginning though. That's the.
Yeah, but how do you convert besides the connections you form with other people that own NFTs?
Yeah.
What real world application do NFTs provide?
So the biggest real world application NFTs provide is authenticity. So you got to understand that so you own the Mona Lisa. Steve can own a fake Mona Lisa, but like going around and flex it and whatever. So it's like me owning that JPEG and you screenshotting it. But me holding that JPEG, I go on my OpenSea and I can sell it for 10 million or whatever. You can't go sell that screenshot. So like it's the value of the authenticity.
Yeah, but that doesn't provide any real world value.
Yes, it does though.
How?
Because, dude, do you know how many people get scammed with artwork and scammed with all these different things? Because there's no proof. This is coding.
Okay, does it really matter if the picture I have on my phone is a screenshot or an actual picture?
Yeah, because I can go sell my actual picture. You can't sell your screenshot. You can flex it. It's like, okay, look, here's an example. Like it's like me owning a mansion, and then you coming and taking a picture in front of the mansion and acting like it's yours. But at the end of the day, you go back home. And I can go sell. I own the deed to that mansion. I can go sell it for whatever it's worth.
Yeah, but you also utilize the mansion by living in it, or sleeping in it, or whatever value you get out of it. Versus NFTs, what you just say, hey, I own some code that cost me
But you gotta
millions of
realize,
dollars.
but you got to realize a lot of people buy these mansions and buy real estate for appreciation purposes, and a lot of people buy it for investment purposes. So it's the same thing going on in the digital world. People are buying them, and they're authenticated, and they still
But
appreciate.
there's a difference between things being bought for an investment because they actually have a real world use, right? Like there's people that invest in watches. There's people that invest in shoes, right? There's people that invest in, a bunch of other stuff. But those investments actually have a real world use and a real world application behind them.
So that's where you have to think though. Like it's all tied together. So it's all tied together. People are going and flexing their NFTs in the metaverse, and all of it's tied together. It's like it's all
Yeah,
a
see,
virtual.
that's what I'm saying. It's all in
Yeah.
the metaverse,
Yeah,
but not the real world.
but the reality is, in investment purposes, like you can go and sell that thing, and it's authenticated and it's yours. So you own that piece, and like no one else can own it unless you go and sell it. That's
Okay.
the value
So?
that NFTs bring. Like dude, it's powerful stuff though. Like you got to understand, like if you were like a artist seller or whatever, and like you would see like, hey man, like we got this forgery and this forgery and this forgery and that happened and this happened, and over your decade of being in there, you would see a lot of forgeries and you would see a lot of unchecked pieces. And but like with this whole game, like dude, it's all coding. Like there's no BS around it. You go and buy this piece of art, whatever, the Mona Lisa NFT. It appreciates. It's all yours.
I think it would have a real world application if physical items were attached to NFT coding. Like if the Mona Lisa came with its own wallet or whatever, or had its own NFT coding, and that was the way to authenticate it, then yes, that makes sense. But by you owning a virtual Mona Lisa, that means nothing, right? Because what's the value or what's the point of you owning the virtual Mona Lisa, right? Like Da Vinci didn't paint it, right?
Yeah.
I think it's Da Vinci, right? Who painted Mona Lisa?
Was it? Yeah, maybe.
I don't know.
I don't know, but anyways, like
no, I see where you're coming from, man. But like you gotta understand, like this utility is in this virtual world, and this like
that's like me making a NFT of Boris Psycholuk and owning the NFT, right?
Yeah.
Like what's that benefit
I mean, you
to the real
this
world?
good looking NFT. I don't know, man. No, but okay, like think about it. You have to think about it as an evolving standpoint, because you can't think about it like we're thinking about it. Like I'm looking at it like, damn, these things are dumb. These things are like little JPEGs, and like it makes no sense. But you have to think about it, because like 15 years ago, everyone thought the internet was a scam and a hoax. People thought smartphones were a hoax. Like I'm looking at it as in like an opportunity standpoint of like, this is going to be the real thing in the next decade. Microsoft put $69 billion in it. Apple's getting in it. Nike's getting in it. All these big companies are in it. How can I find an opportunity for myself? And then second, like, dude, there's like this whole thing is shifting, like this whole like this whole world is shifting. So like it's just, I believe I don't like the whole I don't like the whole like idea of like everyone living like in these like this like Ready Player
VR
One
goggles.
world. Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like it one bit, dude. I'm gonna be in my real world, chilling with my wife and doing my thing. But
Yuri, what determines the value of something?
Whatever someone says valuable.
Okay.
it's whatever people will.
Yeah,
The
I mean,
market.
market value. So it's like it's the same thing though.
Right, exactly. So like,
Yeah.
I heard Elon Musk talk about like money in a sense. Like money itself doesn't really get you anything. Like you can be on an island stranded with $1 billion and it'll be worthless. You know what I mean? Money in itself is like a tool, utility to propel you
Yes.
forward to
Backed by the U.S. government.
not the object in itself, but what the object does for you.
But no, it's also like, look, we're in the real estate game. Like, what determines the value of a home? What the market's willing to pay. The market's willing to pay a crap ton because they're switching, the reality's switching into the whole metaverse game, into NFTs, into crypto, and all this stuff. It's what the market's willing to play. Someone has the one JPEG of a Mona Lisa.
Do you see any issues with the times when NFTs crisscross with real world? Like for example, for example, right now, right? Like whoever created the code, whoever thought of making Mona Lisa in a NFT, right, made a bunch of money off it, even though they essentially didn't do anything, right? Like, how would you feel if somebody made your house, or there's that fake world thing, whatever, world 2.0, something like that, where somebody can buy your house in the metaverse, like, would you do you feel like that's right? Like do you think somebody should be able to own the virtual rights to your house, even though they have nothing to do with it physically, right?
So that's
like,
it's not how it works though.
Yeah, no, I understand, but don't you think those people, like, do you think the owner of the actual Mona Lisa
should be able
to sue the creator of the virtual one and claim that because he owns the physical property of it, he should also own the virtual rights to it as well, right? Like,
I can see,
like, if somebody made a virtual Butch group, right, and tried to market themselves, the same way that we do or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Like, don't you think we should own the rights to that as well?
Yeah. Yeah. Though, I mean, then at that point, I'd be like, dude, I'm in this game. Why didn't we get the first NFT of Butch Group? But, dude, the reality is, dude, like, it's, I don't know.
Don't you think that'll cause lawsuits in the future? Cause issues?
So, like, then it goes back to the point that it's decentralized
people can pay for whatever they want. Like, people can buy whatever they want. So, like, the thing is, it's not shifting
but okay,
into that way.
For example, you bought some NFTs from Coke, right?
I sold it yesterday, but yeah.
Coca-Cola NFTs, right?
Yeah.
They were made by
Coca-Cola,
right? Do you think Coca-Cola would have a valid lawsuit if you or Steven or me decided to make a Coca-Cola
absolutely.
Let's say Pepsi right now, right?
Yeah.
Let's say if Pepsi is not in the NFT space, right? If Coca-Cola decided to make Pepsi NFTs, right? Same logo, same everything, right? Everyone that looks at it understands that it represents and stands for everything that Pepsi stands for, right? Or Nike or any other company, right? Do you not think Pepsi would have a valid argument in court to have the rights to own anything like that as well?
Well, isn't yeah. I mean, from that perspective, yeah. But, like, isn't everything Pepsi has is trademarked though? Like, everything, the whole logo, the name, all these companies have everything trademarked. The logo, the name, the whole picture of everything, everything.
But does that trademark apply to the virtual world as well?
I believe so. I believe so, because
that's the question.
Yeah, it is because
so if that's the case, then I mean, I'm assuming the Mona Lisa also has a bunch of that kind of stuff too,
dude,
right?
Yeah, the thing is, like, people aren't chasing this thing. So, like, people, like, you would think, like, oh, someone can, like, take a picture of my house and make it into, like, a NFT from this JPEG picture. Like, the world's not evolving that way. It's getting way further advanced. Like, dude, right now they have a World 2.0 and all this stuff where, like, Snoop Dogg went and bought a piece of land, a huge plot of land, whatever, and then the day after, people went and spent $500,000 to be his neighbor in a virtual world. Like, dude, $500,000 is a little bit more than my house is worth. Like, people bought that for a virtual land. So it's like
insane,
it's how the world's shifting. That's, like, I'm an opportunist, man. Like this stuff doesn't have to make
sense
for me.
The let's say if you go on that website right now, right? The plot of land around your house, right? On there selling for $10 million.
It's not like that though.
Or $10,000 saying, right? Do you think that that $10,000 is going to the creator of that world thing, right? Do you think he should be able to profit off of your property?
So that's the thing though. These worlds that are generated, dude, I think it's goofy as heck. But, like, these worlds that are generated, they have nothing to do with what's in, like, this real world. They're not like Google Maps and showing, like, it's not set up like that. The whole
I don't know. I went on there and saw. I think I had to buy like 5 different parcels for my house to own my house in the virtual world, and it was like $500
a parcel.
What does someone get from owning virtual property?
I don't know.
I don't understand that.
That's
so ridiculous.
Why should I have to pay to own my house if I already own it?
Dude, it's finding the opportunity and getting into it. Dude, I know there's someone that is they bought like a $1 million plot of land. They built a house on there. They built like this huge thing.
Virtual.
And they rent it out by the hour and have made their money back. it's
They'll
where
feel real ridiculous when like the power goes out. And,
Yeah.
like, they lose all their.
Yeah, that's true,
virtual
but like,
world.
so will the rest of the world, man, because like everything is relied on that, you know. So like, if the power grid goes down, like regardless, we're screwed.
I don't know. I think there's definitely something to be said about like decentralization and having the ability and freedom outside of the government or like any ruling body to have over your personal choices, like
Yeah.
finances, whatever. But there's also like things like that,
Yeah,
like
dude, it's-
virtual property.
But dude, it's crazy stuff. But like okay, look at the U.S. inflation right now. Like it's 7%, and like when you think about it like that, like that's because the government went and printed a bunch of money. And like, don't you think that there should be a regulation on that? Because these regular people say like I made 100K and I put it in a savings account, it's worth 7K less in a year. You know, like
Yeah.
just from inflation.
Oh, there's a lot of things the government's doing. We need to regulate the government.
That's
all
what
right?
I'm
That's
saying,
it, dude.
man.
Last
They're done. They're done.
Last
freaking
question,
controlling
Boris.
our lives.
That's what
dude.
I'm saying, Steve.
last question because we're starting to go on a tangent. You keep saying
No,
you
let's
kept
make the
saying-
transition. I'm putting my foot down. No, just kidding.
You kept saying this. You kept saying, opportunity. I got to jump on it. Blah blah, all this stuff. Do you? I know I understand being a opportunist, but do you think you should chase opportunity and try to make a quick buck or make a profit on anything possible, or do you think you should only invest or do things that you personally have a conviction on or that agree with your morals?
So
For example, in the real world, right? Like, I know I could make a lot of money by starting a cannabis company, right? But because I personally do not believe that that's
yeah,
the way to go based on my morals and my beliefs,
for sure.
I will not get into that space, right?
Yeah.
Same with,
Absolutely.
a bunch of other stuff. Same with alcohol or something.
Yeah.
But, do you said that you don't agree with the metaverse stuff and you don't agree with all that stuff. So how do you find that balance between seeing opportunity in it and investing in it, even if you don't agree with it?
So there's two things. The reason I believe that it's a huge opportunity and this whole metaverse thing isn't a huge opportunity is because there is a proof of concept that happened in the last year and a half with people staying at home and working. So everything went virtual. And that right there opened the doors to a whole different world. And once that happened and people realized, hey, we don't have to be at a 9 to 5 all day and get the same work done, and companies can have the same exact requirements, people could be working from home, that opened a whole different door to a whole different opportunity. And that right there it straight up showed people like, dude, this is the new world. Like this is what's changing. And dude, with the thing is like I can't do anything that's like not like against my morals or against what I believe in. Like I don't get into anything that I can't justify personally. So like it bugs me personally. So like there's things that I wouldn't invest in. And I would skip out on the opportunity if I thought it would like bring some kind of bad crap into my life, or it'd have a negative effect on my family or negative effect on like whatever. But the reality is, dude, like I see so much potential in cryptocurrency, not because I'm an opportunist, but because I see the way banks work and I see the way this whole fiat system works, and I see that like truthfully, like, dude, a government can't go and print 40% of supply and then the people have to go and pay like $1 extra for milk, and like people can hardly pay for the groceries and already are paying all these crazy amounts. Like that is like, there's no way to justify a world where the government keeps printing money and like there's like the dollar keeps getting down and down and down. And over the last 100 years, we've seen that the dollar has dropped 90%. So like when you look at it from that kind of perspective, like what has to change? Like it's like I'm doing myself a favor by like getting into it early and trying to educate others and educate myself on this opportunity and topic, because like, dude, stuff has to change in this world. Like it has to change for the regular person, because like, dude, a lot of people believe in like putting cash under their mattress and then or keeping it in a bank account, and then like they're getting their 0.004%, which is still losing 3-4% due to inflation. And like I just think there has to be a better way. I truly think that there has to be a better way. And that's why I'm capitalizing on it.
let's see. You have already a couple investors that gave you money, so we'll see. We'll have to follow up in 6 months and see if you doubled it, and then see in a year if you could quadruple their money. So if that's the case, I'm sure you'll have a lot of listeners that are going to be interested in
Yeah, absolutely.
seeing what you can do for their money in the future.
Yeah, no,
So-
absolutely. It's more so like just trying to get my money right with this stuff, dude. It's a huge opportunity for myself, but to get my family.
Let's see. Well,
Good
anyways,
luck.
guys,
That was an
hope you
interesting
guys enjoyed
episode.
that. If you guys have any crypto questions, ask Boris, not me. And we'll see. We'll see where it goes. We'll see if I'm missing out.
If you guys have any real estate questions, ask me, not Yuri. I'm kidding. But yeah, guys, thanks so much for tuning in.
Have a good one.
You can take away everything